My wife told me I ruined her life by getting her pregnant at 18. So I asked her one question that changed everything. We've been together since sophomore year of high school. Everyone thought we were the perfect couple. Homecoming king and queen, voted most likely to get married. But life had other plans. Sarah got pregnant 2 weeks before graduation. We were both 18, scared, and completely unprepared. My parents kicked me out. Hers threatened to disown her. We moved into a tiny studio apartment above Tony's Pizza, where I worked nights for $8 an hour to pay rent. Our daughter, Emma, was born that October during a snowstorm. I'll never forget holding her in that freezing hospital room, realizing we were responsible for another human being when we could barely take care of ourselves. 2 years later came our son, Jake. By 22, we had 2 kids, massive debt, and 0 social life. While our friends posted college party pics on Facebook, we were changing diapers at 3 a.m. and arguing about whether we could afford name-brand formula. Sarah's college acceptance letters gathered dust in a shoebox. For 12 years, we just survived. I worked construction, coming home covered in dust. Sarah stayed home with the kids, slowly disappearing into herself. We convinced ourselves we were happy because Emma and Jake were thriving, but we weren't living, just existing. The breaking point came during Jake's 12th birthday party. I watched Sarah fake a smile through the whole thing, playing the perfect mom while her eyes looked completely empty. Later that night, cleaning up alone in the kitchen, she finally exploded. "I never got to be young," she sobbed. "I went straight from being someone's daughter to someone's mother. I don't even know who I am without these roles." That night, she told me about dreams she'd buried. She'd wanted to study marine biology, become a researcher studying coral reefs. She dreamed of backpacking through Europe, learning Spanish, having a career that mattered. She wanted friends who didn't just talk about soccer schedules. "Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I hadn't gotten pregnant," she whispered. "Not that I don't love our kids, but I completely lost myself. I don't know who Sarah is anymore. Only Emma and Jake's mom." I felt punched in the chest. Had I stolen her entire youth? Was I the villain in her story? The guilt was overwhelming. We started couples therapy with Dr. Martinez. For months, Sarah barely spoke during sessions, but Dr. Martinez kept pushing. "What did you want before kids? What made you happy as a teenager?" Slowly, pieces emerged. Sarah had been valedictorian, accepted to 3 universities with marine biology programs. She'd had this whole plan mapped out: study abroad, graduate summa cum laude, maybe work for NOAA someday. She'd wanted to save the oceans. "I don't resent Emma and Jake," she finally said during one session, tears streaming. "I resent that I never got to choose. Everything just happened to me." Dr. Martinez gave us homework: write letters to our 18-year-old selves. Sarah's was 7 pages long, full of apologies and promises. Mine was shorter. "I'm sorry we had to grow up so fast." Reading those letters broke something open between us. For the first time in years, we really saw each other. Not as co-parents or roommates, but as scared teenagers who'd had their lives derailed by one pregnancy test. That's when I asked the question that changed everything. "Sarah, if you could go back in time and choose differently, would you?" The silence stretched forever. I held my breath, terrified of her answer. Finally, tears streaming, but her voice steady, she looked at me and said, "I'd choose you every single time without hesitation, but I'd also choose me. I'd insist we wait until we were ready, until we'd become whole people first. We're rebuilding now." Sarah enrolled in online biology classes. We hired Mrs. Jessica to babysit twice a week so Sarah can have girls' nights. I'm learning to see her not just as my wife and the kids' mom, but as Sarah, this brilliant woman who got derailed but never really died, and I've begun taking cooking classes, doing what I love once again.